Hello, welcome to episode 5 off the handle. This one is a very sensitive subject, topic, experience, all of the above. I've been getting everything set up for the past hour and pretty much just being in so much suspense recording this episode. So, I don't like to drag things on, so I'm going to get right into it. But first, I have to explain a little bit of backstory and some experiences that led up to the final big vision experience. Call it what you will. I don't understand fully why I had these experiences. So I'm making this into one of the episodes for 2 reasons. One, I've never really fully understood what I saw. If it was something physical having to do with my brain. Mind you, if that would be the only hallucination I've seen. Or if it was spiritual, if it was prophetic. I was a young kid, I was 9. So, with that said, I myself am seeking answers, and if you found this video by a random search, then you're seeking answers too. Maybe we can come together and we can understand what these things are when it comes to visions and apocalyptic visions. Call it what you will. So, I was about, I think it was 9 when it all started. But the first weird experience that led up to this vision or whatever it was, I was standing in my room. I remember I was right by the window by the my bunk beds, and I had the light off. I think I was just running into the room to grab something. I don't quite remember, but I don't know if I already had my eyes closed or whatever, but I was standing there, and it wasn't super dark. It was during the day, so there was light coming through the window and whatever. I was standing there, and I remember all of a sudden, it started with my the tips of my right foot, my toes, and it was a tingling feeling, almost like I don't want to say electricity, like in a way, yeah, electricity, but there's a better way to describe it. It's almost like a buzzing feeling, just but anyway, it started creeping up towards my knee, slowly to my pelvic area. And then once it got to my pelvic area, it just kind of spread all throughout my body. This weird numbing, tingling sensation, if you will. And I remember I had my eyes closed. And it was as if I was staring into a large, like I was looking at the horizon on a very still, flat plain or water, or call it, whatever. But it was black and blacker. But I could tell that there was a horizon line. It seemed like it went on forever and ever and ever and ever. And also, while this was happening, and afterwards, after it kind of chilled out, it was only like a couple minutes that this went on, and then so as I'm just kind of taking it all in and staring into this abyss, if you will, I was filled with these very powerful emotions and energies. One of them being, it was like hate, like pure hate. but along with that, like, power, I felt as if I could stand in the middle of the road and, like you see Hulk getting hit with cars, I could just stand in the middle of the road and it would just crush and crumble around me. I wouldn't even be scratched. That type of sensation. And I'm like 8 or 9 at this point. I'm just a little kid. So, looking back, I definitely understand imagination and things like that. But anyway, so after that first time it happened, I want to say it happened again a few days later, and then it happened again like a week and a half later, and then like 2 weeks, and then like a month later, and then all of a sudden it stopped happening. But at this point, as a little kid, as a little boy, I'm like craving this feeling again. I'm craving it for it to come back. Like, when is it gonna come back? Because it made me feel just so powerful, like demigodly, if I can put it like that. So at this point, I'm just completely enamored by this feeling. Mind you, it was hateful, but I think since I was a little boy, you watch superhero stuff all the time when you're a kid, and you're supposed to be strong and fast and this and that, warrior. I was craving the powerful feeling that it gave me. Anyway, one day after school, my mom picked me and my little brother up. I think the school year was about to be over or something, because I remember it was like springtime and everything was real pretty outside. Excuse me. Anyway, we're almost home. We just had two more right turns to make. We're about to get to the stop sign, to the T in the road where we would have took it right, on down a few clicks, and on the right would be our apartments. So, mind you, at this point, it's been like a month or so since that feeling came along, and I'm really craving it, right? Well, we're about to get to the stop sign. I'd say, looking back, we couldn't have been more than 20 yards, maybe 25 yards away from the stop sign. And an ironic side note, there's actually a church there now where it happened. Kind of weird. Anyway, moving on. So we're about to approach the stop sign, and I'm just looking out the window, looking at the blue sky, the white clouds, the green everywhere. It was pretty. It was a really nice day. Well, all of a sudden, here comes that feeling again. Creeps up like normal, spreads throughout my body like normal. But for some reason this time I decided to open my eyes. And I'm gonna try to play it back the best I can. Mind you, I was about 9 years old when this happened, and I'm almost 30 now, so it's been a while. But I'm gonna try to remember as best as I can. Okay, so that sensation came along, and I opened my eyes, and when I did, the car wasn't moving anymore. Everything was dark. We just went. It was weird, and I was like panicking. I remember just almost like hyperventilating, just like just almost terrified. Is a good word, I guess. But I started to look to my left, where my mom's supposed to be, because I'm in the passenger's front seat, and my little brother is behind her in the back seat. My mom's driving. Well, I go to look at where my mom's supposed to be, and as I'm looking, I'm noticing that the ground's all burned up. There's like no sign of life. It's just everything is burnt. Trees, grass, no grass. Just everything was scorched. And it was really dark. Well, anyway, when I looked to where my mom was supposed to be in the driver's seat, there's this Um, I tried to find the best picture to kind of give you a visual, but that's like the closest I could find. But this is what I saw. It was looking at me, and it had its tongue like I want, it's literally slithering out in a way like I'd say it's a good like 4 or 5 inches long. I don't know. That thing was weird. Anyway, it was split at the end like a snake's, and it was just whipping it around, and it was kind of doing this weird like side to side motion with its head, but like in a slow, creepy way. And then on top of that, it was making this like screeching noise, like a screech. I don't know a better word to describe it. Screeching, and it looked like it had black eyes or just really dark eyes, but you couldn't really see many features because all of its flesh looked like it was um, burnt, but not burnt. Like like it looked like if I went out to touch its arm or something, chunks of flesh would fall off. But it looked burnt, but it wasn't charred. You know what I mean? Like it couldn't be burnt, but it was burnt. I don't know. That's the best way I can describe it. Um, and I look I look to the back where my brother's supposed to be, and there's another one, like just like it almost, but smaller, a little bit smaller. And at this point, I am hyperventilating, and I'm completely terrified. And as I'm uh, sweeping back to the right with my view, um, the one in the driver's seat is reaching its right hand out to me, and right before it touches the top of my left eye, everything snaps back into play. My mom's her right hand starts kind of shaking my leg like back and forth. Gavin, 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 Gavin. Um, and I'm just like hyperventilating, trying to catch my breath, just crazy breathing. Um, but like it was like before it all snapped back into place. Like as I was looking kind of out of the front glass, I noticed that the sky it was like really dark clouds, but like a maroonish, a purplish, almost just very dark. It was just everything was really dark. It was really scorched up. But anyway, so right before that thing touches me, my mom is actually the one that uh, like grabs my thigh and was shaking me and saying my name over and over and over, and I'm hyperventilating, just trying to catch my breath. And but yeah, like it all started in an instant, pretty much when after the feeling came over me, I opened my eyes, and then it was like a quick kind of look around, get freaked the hell out and scared, and then it just like all just went back into play. The car was moving again. Everything was green and bright, sunny day. Everything was perfect. But since that day, I've tried to tell a couple people through high school. I think I've told like maybe 2 or 3 people about it. And I would get different answers. I asked a pagan, I asked a Christian, and I asked an atheist. And, I got all different interpretations. And, I understand that. Excuse me. So, it's been years since that happened, and people wonder, why I am the way I am, and way I walk the way I walk, and why I'm so intense, and this and that. If anybody's out there that wonders that, well, this is gonna kind of give you a little bit of a clue, because that's been kind of in the back of my mind for many years without really understanding what in the world happened. You know, so obviously I've thought it was real because it felt too real. I felt like I seen demons. But what's weird was after that little vision happened, that tingling, numbing sensation that spreads throughout my body and all that crap, it just stopped. It just stopped after that. And believe you, I was not craving it after I seen that. So, but so I don't really understand why why that happened to me, what it really was, what it really means. You know, like I'm just gonna run through a couple of ideas I have about it, and I'm gonna be rational, and I'm gonna say everything that it could be. It could have been a hallucination. It could have meant nothing and just been my mind doing something. I don't know, but I've never hallucinated before. Never. That would be the only one time, and that would be a pretty intense hallucination. You know what I mean? So I'm not buying that one. um, it could have been a vision. What it means, your guess is as good as mine. It could have been some personal stuff, some spiritual stuff in my family, that we were carrying and didn't realize. It. What else could have? I'm really trying to think of what all it could be. But that's why I'm making this video, because I want answers. I want answers. I crave answers. I crave knowledge. I crave understanding. So, so that's that. That was my vision. The time I saw the demons. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Is there somebody out there that can interpret dreams that might be able to kind of explain what it could mean? Is there a very critical thinker out there that is listening and thinks it might be something with my brain? Tell me what you think. My fellow Christians, what do you think? Was it an apocalyptic vision? I'm a Christian myself, as you probably know, so I can't help but to lean towards I really saw demons, and I can know for sure that I saw desolation, I saw destruction, I saw death, if you will. That's what I know. But thank you for tuning in. Please leave a comment on what you think about it all. And please like the video and share this. I really need support. I will admit that. I don't pay for promotion or anything like that. So anyway, sharing this video, sharing my music would help me immensely, and I couldn't thank you enough. Subscribe if you'd like to hear more of what's to come. I have about 6 or 7 other videos laid out, and I'm telling you, I'm not making no dumb videos. I'm not wasting my time. I want to make videos about things that completely intrigue me and that I think will intrigue another person as well. So, with that said, be kind to one another, love one another, and seek truth. Don't believe anything somebody tells you just because they say it. Everything is perception. Remember that. All right, you have a good one, and thank you for tuning in. I hope y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day, night, weekend, year, life, afterlife, everything. Peace out. Whitehawk Thebeatmasta, off the handle, episode 5. Yeah.